It's that time again.
There's so much more room for me to like.
So much room for activities.
No, I can like sway back and forth in my chair now without hitting anything, and I could like move around if I wanted to now. It's kind of wild.
Only thing I gotta worry about hitting is my window.
I almost need to buy like an 18-foot XLR cable and just kind of walk around the room while I talk to you.
Like, so you guys see this, right? And you're just in the corner of your room.
I just have a giant green screen behind me, and I'll just like put up all the websites that we talk
You're
about.
doing
and I was
Freddie Dredd news anchor report.
Oh man! All right. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Derry and Trey. I'm Derry, and that's Trey. Say hi, Trey.
Hi, Trey. What did you call our podcast?
Break time with Derry and Trey.
You didn't say break time.
Did I not?
Mm-mm.
What'd I say?
Welcome back to Derry and Trey.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it is kind of Derry and Trey. I mean, I guess I just forgot the break time. But it's okay.
It's the break time. It's your guys' break time.
It's everyone's break time, including us. You know, this is our little 45-minute to an hour chill out session. You know, everyone needs a little chill out session.
Whoa.
So I want what?
No, you're good. Keep going. My camera's just on focusing. There we go. We're good.
Oh, okay. So I want to address something real quick. I'm sure you guys see my background is completely different, and that is because I moved, and we moved successfully, and we're all unpacked. So hooray! Like I said in the last episode, if you've seen it, I moved closer to Trey. So now me and Trey live very close to one another, and hopefully with all this room behind me, we can use it to make some content for the channel. And we plan on doing like an episode where we'll sit in this room together.
Yeah,
and talk.
Occasionally.
Yeah,
we don't know how often. Obviously, it's in the works.
Yeah, we're with our lawyers every day.
Gotta make sure we can get the rights to work with one another.
Yeah. Royalties, you know, shit like that. So, as we all know, now that that's out of the way, it's been a very crazy week this last week. First and foremost, I know Trey's the one that's gonna want to talk about it, and that is Trumpy boy getting decked in the ear. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
All right, hit me with it.
So I was at work when it happened. I was on my break.
Agreed.
I was on my
I
break
was also
time.
at work.
You know, badoomts.
Full circle.
So I was on my break. I look up at the TV. Or no, I wasn't. I was getting ready to head to work, and I get a text from me and Morgan. Get a text from her dad because he's on break. You know, break time. Badoomts. And he texted Morgan, "Hey, Trump just got tried to get assassinated, or there was an assassination attempt on Trump. Turn on the news right now." We flip it over to the news. Sure as shit, like every channel on TV at the time was broadcasting it, and yeah, they just kept doing the replay of what happened. Which was, you kind of just see Trump stand there. He's halfway through his speech. You kind of see him look around, touch his ear, and then he just drops to the floor. At the stand.
He slaps his ear like he got stung by a bee. He goes, "Ow!"
I mean, what a reaction!
It really was. Like you did just get hit by a gun, you know. Like
I guess, yeah. I don't know what it's like to be shot either, but yeah, he I think he's gonna have a missing part of his ear then, right?
I don't know how that works.
Unless they just take cartilage from something else. I don't know.
No, I think it just like. I don't think it went through his ear. I think it just like sliced the skin of it.
That's what I'm saying. There's like a top corner like lobe of his ear.
Yeah, I think his ear will be fine though once it heals.
Yeah. He's got a big old like piece of gauze just wrapped around it.
Yeah, he's a G. He's a G though for walking around with that gauze at the convention like it was nothing.
There's been multiple memes made already after we were witnessing it happen. Even when I did go on break later that night at work, the only break I had because I had to work half a day. It was a Saturday night. That's when it happened last Saturday. Wait a second. We recorded last Saturday, right?
Friday.
Okay,
Sorry,
so it didn't
happen.
It didn't happen yet. Okay, so yeah, I was like, you would have thought we would have talked about it last week, but no. It was the day our podcast was posted. It was still all over the news when I went on break 4 hours after it happened. And yeah, I started seeing pictures of what the shooter looked like, and now there's all these people talking about how it could have been prevented,
and I don't want to get too deep into it, but I want to round it off by saying, I was a fan, or I still am a fan. Nothing's ever changed. I watch Demolition Ranch a lot. I think Trey watches it from
I've
time
been
to
watching
time.
him since like 2016. I don't just like
Yeah.
I don't just hype his name in and go to his channel on purpose. But if I see a recommended video with a title that catches me, I'll click on it, and I'm like, you know.
He's one of my channels that. So the way I watch YouTube is I go to my subscription page and I'll just watch all the new uploads, like daily, right?
Yeah.
So whenever he uploads, it's like, all right, well today I guess it's Demolition Ranch Day. He's not doing too hot. The shooter was wearing his shirt, and so all these news outlets and shit are asking him if he's ever met this guy or talked to him, or if he was his friend or whatnot. And he just wants to be left alone, and I feel very sad for him because of the video he put out on Twitter. And if you don't know who Demolition Ranch is, he's a gun channel.
So like, you guys remember
so,
what FPS Russia is? It's the legal version of that.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's very sad to see that someone who just makes content on YouTube is, I wouldn't say getting blamed for it, but he's getting grouped into this whole ordeal where he doesn't need to be at all because this dude is wearing a shirt. So.
And even though these news outlets are reaching out to him, no one's talked about, or at least from what I've seen, no one's talked about it on the news, like CNN and stuff. Whoever was broadcasting it that night.
They were, but he won't give a comment to anyone, so they had to drop it. Like, what else are you gonna say about it?
Well, he's told them, no, I have nothing to do with this. So and then they're like, oh, okay. and then 8 more channels, or 8 more, agencies call him trying to get a comment, but
No. So yeah, that's the end of that. I don't want to get too crazy into it because it's impacted the entire country. You know about it. You know everything surrounding it. We don't have to talk on it very much.
Yeah.
I will say right now, my shoulders are very hot. We went over to our friend Jackson's. We talked about Jackson before on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Jackson. Even though we already told you earlier, but happy birthday.
Yes.
You guys told me I didn't get sunburnt. However, I'm pretty sure I'm sunburnt.
The sun wasn't even out that much today. That's what blew my mind. Like, I couldn't fathom.
Well,
There's cloud burn, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
I guess,
Like, it doesn't hurt.
I guess
it just feels hot.
I guess just from being outside, whether the sun's out or not, and there's still UV rays in the air, I guess you can still get sunburn.
UV rays in the air.
Like, I don't. Same thing as solar power, I guess. If even though there's no sun touching a solar panel, it's still getting UV rays, and that's what's gonna power. Yeah. I don't know why I'm explaining this.
Yes.
I'm just saying I don't know how you got sunburnt, but then again, at the same time, I can understand because it's happened to me before too.
Yeah. It's just my shoulders. It just feels very warm.
This wasn't
more
your
or less.
face,
I just wanted to. Oh yeah, no. Which is surprising because that was the thing that was out of the. So we were in a pool all day. I was in a pool all day, and the only thing that got burned was my shoulders. So I'm very thankful. But more or less, I just wanted to say that to say happy birthday to Jackson again on the show. We had food and we had a very good time, didn't we?
I think the food's why I'm tired.
You think so? You think? Well, okay. So Jackson and our other friend Dylan, they make these potatoes. They just cut up potatoes into like slices, and they just put them in an aluminum pan and fill it with fucking butter and cheese and bacon and onions, and they just bake it for like an hour, and it is the greasiest.
Yes.
Just. I don't want to say shitty, but shitty for you side dish that tastes amazing, but after you eat it, you're just like, God damn, I need to sleep. Because it's just grease and potatoes. It's amazing.
Said, God damn, I need to sleep.
it'll knock you on your ass.
I think that's what
It's
happened.
just so much starch. Man. So Trey said he had some other things
Cause
he
a
wanted to
potato
talk about on
famine
the
with
show.
that thing. Okay. Yeah, I have a couple things to talk about. Nothing.
All right.
So other than the assassination, nothing really. From what I've looked up and just done a little bit of research that I've done, I haven't really. There's nothing really been too exciting happening. There's talks of Joe Biden dropping out of the race, but again, that has something to do with the assassination. Just ever since then and all this stuff, it keeps happening. It's just it's snowballing downhill. But like
I just don't. At this point, I just don't believe any of it because ever since that day, the media, I hate using that word, the news, has just been kind of in a fucking, I don't know how to describe it, a frenzy of just throwing out shit left and right, whether or not it's true.
Yeah.
Just because they know people are watching right now, you know.
Do you know? Remember a couple of episodes ago where I talked about there was a giant internet outage or 911 outage, like you couldn't call that number.
What was that? A couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I think so. Like maybe a month or two.
Yeah.
So it happened again in a county in Iowa.
Oh, did it?
I don't know if it specifically affected more than Iowa or more than the county, but it happened in a county specifically in Iowa. It was a major problem.
Are you sure it was just Iowa? Because this weekend or this
Well,
last
that's what I was
couple
going to get
days-
into next. Is
Yeah.
let's see what I do with it. So, I can't remember what the specific word they were calling it. Crowd strike.
Yeah, it's a company.
Okay, so a tech outage causes disruptions worldwide. Airlines, hospitals, and people's computers were affected after CrowdStrike, which is a cybersecurity company, sent out a flawed software update. Okay, I've seemed to run into a problem here.
What?
The New York Times wants me to create an account to read this article. Ain't that wild?
That'll happen.
I'm not. It's news. It's free.
No, news isn't free.
Oh my god. Anyways, okay. The global software update that happened on Friday, just any computer you could think about, like in everyday jobs like hospitals, governments, healthcare, schools, nothing was working. Like, and when I say
Yeah.
working, I guess I'm assuming it's just something wasn't functioning right. I guess I don't know.
It bricked the computer.
Oh, okay. And so this is another time we're gonna mention Jackson is his parents were supposed to go on a flight for vacation, and because of this happened, they had to stay an extra day at home before they could go to take their flight.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the company sent out another update and that fixed it.
Well, from what I read, a lot of it had to be done manually.
Yeah, they had to have specific like IT people. For you guys who don't know, I'm trying to get into an IT job. But anyways, I'm assuming they had to have like higher up head honcho IT people do the update manually.
You said those of you who don't know, like every, our listeners are just like, oh yeah, I knew Trey was gonna get an IT.
Oh, what's Trey trying to get? What's Trey's job now? What's he trying to do?
The way you talk about shit sometimes actually just it makes me chuckle. It makes
Why?
me chuckle really hard. I don't know why.
You're getting. I
It's
guess
just-
you could say you're getting a glimpse of how I'd present stuff at school.
This is how you present at school.
It's super casual. I hate being like professional, like tighten my tie around my neck and like act like I'm giving a keynote speech. I don't like presenting like that. So in speech class, I like to involve everyone. When I took speech in high school,
Like you were running a fucking. All right, everyone, go to the gym. We have a guest speaker.
no, I'd like ask them if they have any questions about certain things, because I would do research on most common questions about the topic I was doing.
I see.
So then when they would actually ask the question that I already knew the answer to, it was really cool to be able to answer them. So then I sounded smarter, more smarter.
Well, the fact that you said more smarter really tells me what's going on here.
Okay, I did it for that reason.
Oh, did you? Something I just noticed as well, since we live in the same town. How does your mic not pick up all of the like traffic noise outside?
I'm surprised it doesn't, because usually whenever we're playing a game, or when we're doing this, and I'll always make a little comment like, "Oh, well, you're gonna hear the truck come barreling down the road later on."
Because that definitely just happened.
What?
A truck just fucking drove by my house,
Oh,
like
well,
full bore.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
That's crazy. So I guess that's something that I want to talk about for a minute. So I had said something to Trey the other night, and he was kind of like,
Last night.
was it last night?
I think so.
No, it wasn't last night because I stayed with
Oh,
my
okay.
brothers last night.
Thursday.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I was telling Trey about the differences between where I lived when we started this show as compared to now, and he was looking at me like I was crazy that I enjoyed it. So for one, I've said it. I hate repeating myself many times on the show, but the town I was from was 800 people. Okay, I moved to the town that Trey lives in now,
which has like 25,000 or something like that.
yes, and there is food here. We sell food here, sir.
Jimmy John's, McDonald's, Jersey Mike's, Subway, Wendy's, Taco Bell.
And there's actually so people who live in cities,
and then
right?
local businesses, but I'm not gonna name those. Go ahead.
For people who have lived in cities their whole lives, everything has always been there, and so you just kind of accustomed to it. So for like someone like me,
I think that's why
who
the
has to
cities are so
drive.
popular. I just realized that.
Oh wow, you think?
Convenience.
So like for me, I had to drive 20 minutes to go do anything at all, and then an hour if I wanted to go do things like this, right? It's just a really big wake-up call to see how different the country can be just by moving to a more populated area.
You went from the
I've
year
always just been used to that.
1984 to 2024, I guess.
Like, honestly, that's kind of how it feels. When you live in a small town like that, it kind of just feels like time stopped.
Yes, I understand
After a while. So it kind of just felt like I lived 50 years ago instead of, now.
Other than obviously having a phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your car, I guess, kind of fit the. I guess your car kind of fit the time zone.
Well, my 99 Ford Escort.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might have to get a new car now that I'm here.
Okay. Well, okay.
I might have
No,
to drive
don't
to
get that
work.
in your head. I don't want you to go for.
Oh, no,
broke.
I'm good. Oh, no, I need one. It's bad. It's bad.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with my car then.
Oh, Trey wants me to buy his car.
I thought you wanted to buy my car. I don't care if you have it or
I was
not.
gonna give you I was gonna give you the money.
Yeah. No, whatever works. I don't care how it happens.
All right. So here's one. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I guess I should ask you because I can't remember. Have you flown before?
No.
Okay. So one dead after plane used in skydiving crashes in New York. Officials in New York launched an investigation Saturday after a person died in a small plane crash in Niagara County.
I think I purposely avoided that article because last week I talked about death.
Well, that's okay.
Anyway, okay. Yeah.
A single-engine Cessna 208B, a plane that was used for skydiving, crashed near Lake Road near Youngstown, New York, shortly before 1 p.m. The airplane from the sky... So the reason I saw this and I instantly wanted to click on it before I continue, I have a very bad fear of heights. It is my biggest fear that I could ever think of.
So in those dreams that we all have when you're falling from the sky or just a high place and you hit the ground, do you wake up like fucking trembling?
I don't have those.
You've never had those?
My brain refuses to give me those. That's how much of a fear I have of heights.
I was going to say, I wonder if that means I don't have a fear of heights then.
Can you stand at a really tall place and not be scared?
Like if you were to put me in the Willis Tower in Chicago on the sky deck, I think I'd be okay.
Did you just call it the Willis Tower? We're from around here. Don't call it that. Call it what everyone else calls it.
Oh, is that okay? I have it flipped. Is that what the new name was?
Yes. That's
Okay, the
new
Sears
name.
Tower.
Yes.
Okay, so if I was in the Sears Tower on the sky deck, like looking directly underneath my feet, and there's just the street of Chicago underneath my feet, I think I'd be okay.
That's wild.
I've always wanted to skydive.
That's crazy. So I'll get back to that.
That'd be
but,
such an adrenaline rush, dude.
So for instance, me and Emily now live in a house. We don't live in an apartment anymore. If I got on the roof of this house, you would have to come carry me down.
Oh no.
I could not get down. There would be no way.
Did
I
you
would
climb
lay
trees
down.
as a kid?
No.
Damn. I climbed trees as a kid and I loved it.
No, sir. I'm alright.
So if you were offered,
my cutoff is 10 foot.
so if you were offered that job that like everyone always posts like weird TikTok compilations of like most dangerous jobs in the world, and there's that guy who's changing the light bulb at the top of a cell phone tower, or
There's no money in the world you could pay me.
it's like $60,000 a day or something like that. I don't remember.
There's no amount of money you could pay me. No. Never. So
I'd do it.
because I say that, I've always wanted to try skydiving at least once.
Yeah.
Even though I'm afraid of heights. So when I saw this, I was like,
Could
oh shit,
conquer it.
okay, let me read this. Well, not if it's gonna crash. So
You'd be dead.
so the
You
airplane
conquered it, Derry.
I did conquer it, all right. The airplane from the skydive from what? Listen how this is read.
Yeah, say that
wrote.
again.
This is how it is written on the article. The airplane from the skydive the falls.
Oh, they messed up.
Skydiving Center had released all divers and was heading back to land when it crashed. Okay, thank God. Okay, I would have been fine. They'd already jumped, so we're good.
What about the pilot? Did he jump out too?
The pilot, who was the only person on board, was
Oh.
conducting parachute operations prior to the crash. It is unclear how many divers were on board before the crash. A brush fire also reportedly began around the crash site, according to the release. The initial responding crew had to put out a significant fire at that point. The sheriff called the plane crash an unfortunate incident and added that local and federal law enforcement partners are working to determine what led to the crash. So no one knows what happened to this guy. It just kind of crashed.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess airplane crashes do kind of just happen a lot. Not, I shouldn't say a lot, but like stuff like this, I guess. Something malfunctions, something wasn't prevented maintenance-wise, or, you know, all that junk.
Yeah, but like, so even though this is for a skydiving thing, I'm pretty sure they still have to radio in if like something's wrong with the plane.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe the pilot didn't know that. Like, everything seemed fine. Looked fine.
I mean, I guess. But I mean, when you're, I don't know. It's weird. I guess I've never flown. I have flown a plane, but not by myself.
A commercial plane, like commercial jet.
Okay, I have not flown a commercial jet.
Okay, I honestly don't even know what I just said. What is a commercial jet?
Like a passenger plane.
Okay, so you flew an airliner.
No. I mean, I've rode in an airliner. I've flown a small plane like the Cessna here.
What?
Yeah, for Boy Scouts, I had to do that.
You get to fly? You got to drive the plane, like steer the plane?
Yeah, it was a two-seated plane, and I had the owner of the plane, and then there was me, and we got up in the air, and there was two steering wheels, and two sets of pedals. And once he got us to a safe altitude and we were steady, he's like, all right, now you can, because it was for a badge, he's like, all right, now you can go left, right, you know, do all these things. So I flew it around for like 10 minutes or so. He's like, all right, we're going to land it.
Did he make you land it?
No. I will say when we did land, it's always stuck in my mind. Because the runway was grass.
Yeah.
And so when we landed, he hit me on the shoulder, looked at me, and it was an old man. He hit me on the shoulder, looked at me, and said, "Ha! Cheated death again." And he walked out. I went, "What the fuck? What is this shit?"
I would have been laughing. What was that like? Is it just like driving a car?
No.
Because when you
So
said pedals,
So for anyone who is played GTA and how the planes work in GTA, it is exactly like that.
I don't.
Like how fast they fucking. So if you hit your stick, it's gonna fucking directly go to its side, or to the other side, instead of actually turning. You know what I mean?
So how do you have to
Like
turn it?
You gotta like pull back and turn at the same time and shit. At least at that on the plane that I drove.
Yeah.
I'm sure all planes are different, but
So what are the pedals for?
they're your throttle and your rudder and whatnot.
Okay, so no, the steering aspect I assumed wasn't like a car, I guess, but like, so when you're on the runway, that's what the pedals are for.
Yeah.
They're not.
Not all planes have pedals either.
Yeah, but they have nothing to do with you when you're actually up in the sky. The pedals don't.
I mean, your speed.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
Huh.
I'm surprised you never had to do that for Boy Scouts since you were also in it.
No, but I did go to I don't know what airfield it was, but we did have somewhere in Illinois. It might have been the same place as you.
I don't think so.
No, probably not. It was like this big aviation base, and we got to camp out on the runway.
You did a lot of camping out at certain places.
Yeah.
We just went to actual camps.
Well, yeah, we did that too. What do you mean camping out at places? What are you talking about?
Like you. Damn, you got really defensive on that.
No.
Like, you stayed in a fucking submarine.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me you stayed on an airstrip. Like, why the fuck did you stay on an airstrip? What was the benefit of that?
For the exact stuff you were doing. Like, I could have flown in a plane or the helicopter.
And you decided not to?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Were you just like, I'm scared? And you just didn't?
No, I think I was literally just walking around, like, looking at everything that was going on.
But that would have been the first time you'd flown. Weren't you, like, pumped to do that?
I don't know. I just didn't really think about it, I guess.
That is wild. How old were you?
Probably 13.
That is wild. At 13 years old, I would think that at that point you'd be like, I want to fly in a plane. That's crazy.
I'm looking up to see if it's exactly what I thought it was. This looks like it might be it. It's called Air Camp in Chicago.
It's called Air Camp.
I think this is it.
Yes, I stayed in Air Camp.
But no, like, have you guys ever camped out at Starved Rock?
I can't remember.
That was my first ever time camping outside. Okay.
Right. Were you afraid to camp
No,
outside?
no, it was just my first time ever doing it, and I didn't know what to expect.
Camp?
Huh?
Do you mean Aero Camp?
No. Air Camp, no spaces. We camped out at Starved Rock, and that was the first time I ever camped outside, and that was also the first time I ever hiked. And we hiked a total of 30 miles that day, meaning 15 miles through the entire reservation, and 15 miles back to where we were.
Yeah.
It was wild. I have pictures of it somewhere on my phone, still.
I'm looking up your Air Camp right now. This is very weird.
It's outside Chicago, Rockford area.
Let's see that.
At least I think it is.
Very weird.
Wonder if I can find it.
Well, wonder if I can drive there right now.
No, I wonder if I can find it in my phone.
Oh. Alright, well, while you do that, how about you hit me with a topic?
So Twisters came out this weekend.
Did it? I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know it did.
Glenn Powell, the main actor who's in all the trailers for it, he's also in the movie called The Hitman, or just Hitman on Netflix. I like it. It's an okay movie. This guy's actually been in a lot of movies this year. Like, I feel like I haven't seen him in much, but this year he's like he's just making movie after movie, like acting wise.
Some guys, some I shouldn't say guys. Some people just do that. Like,
come
they'll
out of
take
the
a couple
blue.
years off, and then they'll just like do 15 fucking movies, and then just be done for another like 5 years.
So Glenn Powell shotguns a beer on stage with country star Luke Combs.
That's cool.
I'm assuming it was during the.
Just cause.
It was during the International Beer Swiggin contest.
I gotta look this up. The what?
Oh, okay, sorry. Not international. Twisters actor Glenn Powell joined Luke Combs on stage for the musicians' traditional beer swigging contest.
Hold on. Okay. I see that. Oh, disable my ad blocker, huh? I'm good. Okay, well. Alright, I can't see Trey's article because I have ad block on. So, Luke Combs does a beard swigging contest? What is this? What is that? I mean, obviously you drink beer, but...
I'm assuming he brings fans on stage, and then also Glenn Powell was there because he's in the movie for Twisters, and Luke Combs did the soundtrack for Twisters as well.
The entire soundtrack?
No, I think it's like 2 or 3 songs, but he was there, got invited on stage, and then they invited fans on stage that were a part of the concert, and they all chugged beer together.
Oh, I see. That sounds miserable.
Why?
I know you have. You ever chugged a beer before?
Yeah, when Dylan made me shotgun a twisted tea, I wanted to puke.
That's not a beer.
It was gross, whatever. I don't care. It was still gross.
Like, have you ever just taken like a Bud Light and just chugged it?
No.
It'll make you feel like complete shit.
I believe it.
So that's gotta be disgusting. Oh my god.
I really believe it.
So who's this Glenn Powell guy?
Why'd you say it like that?
I've never heard of him until this.
No, he's in a couple stuff that's been out in either this past year or just like few months.
I can tell you right now, there's only 2 movies I've ever seen him in.
Okay.
That's just for me looking really quick. Which is Spy Kids 3.
I gotta see this. He's the guy.
And the only other movie is The Dark Knight Rises.
I'm gonna see what he is in each of these movies real quick. What is he in Spy Kids 3? What is it?
He is Long-Fingered Boy.
Okay. Oh my god, what?
I'll throw that up on screen, hold on.
Oh my.
Wow. Look at that childhood star right there.
What a glow up.
That is crazy.
What a glow up. I don't even remember this guy. Anyways, what else was he in?
Dark Knight Rises.
He said I'm gonna put a picture up on screen of this guy. Oh, he was just a banker. Looks like a banker.
Wow. What a role.
Was he in? Was he in Top Gun?
Yes, he's in Maverick, I think.
Where's he from? He's
Oh.
from Texas. Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Look at that jawline. That is a Texas jawline if I've ever seen it.
And that's why he's in Twisters.
Does it take place in Texas this time?
No, I think it's in Oklahoma still.
Oh. That's crazy. The one guy, or the one movie I could think of off the top of my head was Spy Kids 3. That's fucking amazing. It's wild. So yeah, we probably won't be able to go see it together, but we're gonna go see Twisters. So next week, we'll tell you how it was. The cult classic Twister is coming out with its sequel, baby.
Did you say cult classic?
Yeah.
The movie's just a classic in general.
You say that, but that's just because we're in the Midwest.
Yeah. I suppose you're right.
I'm also gonna go see Longlegs this week, so I'll let you guys know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you.
What if I tell you it's very good?
I still don't know if that's enough to convince me.
Yeah, it never is with me. Trey never... Yeah, I could say something is the best thing in the world when Trey will go, it's probably not.
It's only happened a couple times where you've changed my mind.
Yeah, I know. It's because he hates me.
What?
He has... Longlegs has an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 7.3 out of 10 IMDb score. And a 77 Metacritic score. The budget is less than 10 million. It's crazy. Do you know what it's about?
Long legs?
Yeah.
Is it about long legs?
I guess you could say
I
it
can't
like
tell if
that.
you're laughing.
I did laugh.
Okay, good.
It is about... Hold on. In the 1970s Oregon, a little girl with a Polaroid camera notices a car outside of her house and follows a mysterious voice behind her house, where she is approached by an erratic man with white makeup.
Okay, yeah, I think I did look up what it was about. Just from reading that description on Google, that's when I was like, oh boy, okay. Alright then.
Was that scary or something?
No, it just sounds like, I don't know if I'd watch it.
It's a horror movie.
It doesn't matter.
Do you like horror movies?
Sometimes. They've gone downhill. I think that's my problem.
No, you just gotta find the right ones. You gotta watch like indie horror movies.
Like VHS.
Oh, I mean, I guess like the first two.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
The horror movie genre is a very clusterfuck genre of movies to find good ones, and I'll tell you that. Let's see here. I did want to talk about something. Oh, and that was this. I was told about this the other day, and I had no idea it existed, and it made me laugh very hard because it sounded stupid as fuck. But for some people, you're like, "What are you talking about?" And this is what it is. The new Captain America trailer dropped the other day, right? You knew about that?
Yeah. Was it called Captain America or was it called something else?
Yes. No, it's called Captain America: Brave New World.
Oh, okay.
But it has Red Hulk in it.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is a Red Hulk?
You've never heard of that?
Never once have I
I've
ever
heard of it,
this
but I
until
didn't.
this trailer.
You've never.
I heard one of our friends say that, and I actually laughed out loud and said, "What in the actual fuck is that?" I had never heard of such a thing.
It's a Red Hulk.
I get that, but why does there need to be a red one when there's a green one?
I think there's a lot of other different colors too.
What? Okay, so then explain to me
Blue
why.
Hulk. There's a Blue Hulk.
So explain to me why Hulk is green, and then She-Hulk is green, and then there's just a red one out of nowhere.
The red
And a
one
blue
is
one out of
evil. He's
nowhere.
gonna be the main enemy of the movie.
Oh my lord.
But
So-
now, hang on though. You keep. I
Red
can't
mean
exactly.
evil.
I can't exactly give you all the answers because I'm not. I don't know. I'm not deep into the Marvel lore.
Red mean bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially.
So does blue mean good? Is blue good Hulk?
I don't know. I looked up to see if there was one. There was one. I didn't. It's not that deep.
Oh, I'm sure it is for a comic book fan.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's
probably.
very deep.
Here, I'll read you this. The transformation. Using radiation siphoned from the Hulk, Leader and MODOK transform Ross into the Red Hulk.
Oh, it's got something to do with MODOK?
What the? Ross didn't reveal his true identity until he came under attack by the Red She-Hulk for a second time.
What? What is going on? Who wrote these fucking universes? What do you mean the Red She-Hulk?
Huh. Yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that there's a good Hulk and a bad Hulk, and there's a good She-Hulk and a bad She-Hulk, and the only difference is their fucking color? My lord. Isn't that creative? This is why I stopped watching these movies a long time ago. But I figured I wanted to say something about it really quick. Because when I heard a Red Hulk, and I went, what in the fuck are you talking about? And everyone thought I was the weird one.
No, I was just sitting there letting the chaos emerge.
Alright, do you have another topic?
Yes.
Okay, hit me with another topic.
I did find the pictures of the air camp, by the way.
Okay, you could send me like one.
Okay. Let's see. Did I have this as an article, or was this something else? This was something else, okay. Oh, no, that was all I had.
Oh, yeah, I got another one. Yeah, no.
I really didn't. I guess. I thought I had extra links open, but they were just the same stuff we've already talked about.
Okay. All right, then we can end it here. I'm tired. It's been a long week. It's fine. We'll have a big action-packed show next week for everyone. So, thank you for listening or watching Break Time with Derry and Trey. We really do appreciate it. There's going to be more content. Now that I'm moved in and we're somewhat comfortable now in our situation, I'm going to start making content again. So, yeehaw. I'm going to presume, as far as I know, Sundays is probably going to be the new main day for the podcast, if I had to guess. Right, Trey?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, so Sundays at noon now is going to be the podcast.
Sunday. It's an easy way to remember it, guys.
Sunday. The Break Time with Derry and Trey episode drops, and then I will just kind of post every now and then on the YouTube page of when I have videos coming out. So we really do appreciate you guys listening and watching. You can catch us on YouTube and Spotify. We hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys.